Company, we are coming to the end of National Women's History Month, and of course, to really go out with a bang, we want to highlight two women CEOs that are making a huge difference in the life of Coloradans. Well, we want to welcome in Dr. Amanda Kelly, CEO of Firefly Autism, and Sandra Goudet, CEO of Easy AI. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we love to kick off the show with some power, ladies. How are you both?
Awesome.
Great, thank you.
Well, very happy to have you. Well, how do you believe your respective roles as CEOs have really contributed to breaking those barriers, promoting gender equality within your industries, particularly during Women's History Month? Doctor, I'll start with you.
Yeah. Well, I think in autism-related services and developmental disability-related services, it's very, very common to have women in roles. However, not very common to have women in leadership roles. There's still a lot of male CEOs. So I've just been honored to be able to lead an organization and to show other women that it is possible to be a CEO in this realm.
It really is. And what about for you? What has that been like?
I feel like I've been resting on the shoulders of giants, of the women that went before me. And so I haven't had to experience a lot of what I would call gender inequality in my career, but I know, my mother, my great aunt, who was the first baseball scout for men's professional baseball in the 40s, I know they did. And so I'm thankful for them.
Well, that right there puts a lot into perspective, Sandra. Just sometimes when I have conversations with my mom alone, times are changing. The landscape of leadership is evolving rapidly, and with more emphasis on diversity and inclusion. How do you see this evolution reflected in your leadership styles and the culture of your organizations? Like, is that something that you really, really want to change within your role?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially the times are changing very rapidly. I would say leadership has changed dramatically in the last 5 years even. And I think that employees are really looking for a place that they can express themselves and be individuals. And I think the world of diversity, equity, and inclusion is also heading towards neuro-inclusion and neurodiversity. So as in my role, I think it's really important to understand that everybody's brains are different and people learn differently. And if you can be inclusive of all human brains, then you are truly an inclusive leader. And that's something that I really take very seriously.
Again, it's such an eye-opener and game changer when you bring inclusion to the whole equation, right? And Sandra, what about for you in your role? How do you like to incorporate that inclusion and that equality?
I think it's even more fundamental than diversity and inclusion. It's, really respecting each individual and understanding that they're irreplaceable and there's a dignity to each individual, and making that into a culture of mutual respect and valuing each individual for what they bring to the team.
Yeah, again, times are changing, and I think it's for the better, especially as a mom of 2 daughters. Well, as leaders in your field, how do you both hold significant influence? How do you leverage that to be able to, one, empower women while you do that, and at the same time, also keeping everything fair, and while still, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is while still promoting that equality and bringing women up?
Yeah, I think that there's an understanding. I think when you're really clear on what your mission is and when you're really clear on what your leadership style is, like for me, transparent leadership is extremely important. And I think when you can model for other women in your organization, it's okay to be vulnerable and transparent. Sometimes that might get misinterpreted as naive, which is unfortunate, but we're moving away from that.
Yes.
And you can still be a truly effective leader while being transparent and having some vulnerability. So for me, it's just modeling that for others.
I love that. Is that the same for you? Like what you experience as a leader?
Lead by example, for sure, and mentoring, everyone that wants to be mentored.
I love all the answers that you both have given this morning, because it truly sheds light on how we should all be. And moving forward, that should be the standard. Now, Dr. Kelly, we can't let you go without you telling us about Firefly Autism, of course, and the Blue event, because we've been knowing about this event for several years now, but why is this such a good event to be at? I know there's a lot of laughs happening here.
Yes, well, our Laugh Yourself Blue annual fundraising gala is coming up on April 25th, and it is our 13th year. This event is so crucial for Firefly Autism to be able to provide all of the supports and services that we do all over Colorado. We are going to have at least about 600 attendees, which will be wonderful. And our comedian this year is the incredible Matt Eisman, who you will know from American Ninja Warrior. So he's going to be coming in, and we're set to have a truly incredible program this year, so we're really, really looking forward to that. So anybody who wants to know more or support can go to our website, www.fireflyautism.org, and we absolutely would love your support.
Fireflyautism.org, and you can learn more information about the event there and everything else. Well, I want to thank you both for being here this morning and for being such wonderful examples.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Okay, well, like Dr. Kelly said, the Laugh Yourself Blue event kicks off on April the 25th at 5 p.m. at the CPA. Now, if you want more info for this awesome night of comedy, also cocktails, dinner, and auctions, head to laughyourselfblue.com.